Well, let's move from central Alberta to the northernmost team in the entire league. Of course, that's the Fort McMurray Giants. Joe, what can you tell me about the general outlook for the Fort McMurray Giants?
Well, I think the biggest thing for me and the big storyline going in again has nothing to do with the players. This one for me is about Ray Brown returning. And this is a guy, he's a baseball Alberta legend, comes here in 1975, he was telling me, to play for the Edmonton Tigers of the then Alberta Major Baseball League, and somehow finds a home, finds a lady in Lac La Biche, and decides to call this place home, 50 years plus now. And he was very successful winning titles with the Edmonton Prospects back in the mid 2010s there, and bringing up the ranks of Eric Sabrowski and Matt Kootenay and some of those guys. And he brought Fort McMurray their first playoff run back in, I think it was 2022. So he's no stranger to the league. You know what you're getting out of a Fort McMurray or a Ray Brown coach team, and that is you play ball the right way. He was calling it, let's go out and play catch. Right? Like get back to some of the basics. Let's stop focusing on the analytics and the data and all those kinds of things. And let's just play catch, have some fun. Make sure that you can go out and look at yourself in the mirror after a game and know that you played well, even if the result doesn't work out well. But I do think that the Fort McMurray Giants, they were one step away, one win away from being a playoff team last year. And I think Ray Brown's the guy that can get that done this year.
Well, speaking of really fun baseball team names, I was talking to Ray Brown in our coaches interview. Again, check out our YouTube channel. That's all on there for you. And one of the things that came up as I was kind of researching him a little bit was that he played at Long Beach State University, which for those who might not know, now Long Beach State is the Long Beach State Dirtbags. So I asked him, are you a dirtbag? And he said, no, I played there before they called themselves the Dirtbags. So that was unfortunate for me. I was really excited. I was going to call him a dirtbag for the rest of the interview, but it didn't work out that way. And of course, dirtbag is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just the team name. It's just the team name. But Ian, who are some players that fans can really look forward to for the Giants?
Yeah, Riley Burns is one of the pitchers they've got coming back. He's one I'll be paying close attention to. I similar to Joe, I'm focused on the coaching and not just Ray Brown. Although I do want to point out Ray Brown a couple things. He did guide them to their first postseason berth. He also coached with the Edmonton Prospects way back when, and we were talking about the Okotoks Dogs and their dominance over recent years. When Ray Brown was coaching with Orv Franchuk in Edmonton, the Dogs weren't so dominant. They would have to go through Edmonton, and that roster who had a guy named Eric Sabrowski, you may have heard of, is now a Major League Baseball pitcher with Cleveland. Ray Brown it was all small ball all the time. It was basics. It was just doing what you have to do and grind things out. And those teams, they would be 500 teams in the regular season. They'd find a way to knock off the Dogs. I'm not saying he can do that with Fort McMurray, but that's the kind of coach he is. And his assistant coaches are two guys that I'm really excited to see what they can bring to the table. Nick Cardinal holds a lot of the pitching records in Giants franchise history, and Tanner Hess was an all-star infielder. So more so than the players on the roster, I'm really curious about what that coaching staff can achieve. And they were tied with Brooks last year. It was a tiebreaker. So there is a playoff spot there for the taking, I think.